Hello and welcome to Justice. I'm Judge Jeanine Pirro. Thanks for being with us tonight. Barack Obama has just about the lowest presidential approval ratings in the history of polling. Congress is so far down the black hole, it's not even worth polling them anymore. Political ads are so incredibly negative these days that even the libel and slander laws don't want to be associated with them. Claims are made that are so outrageous, even a grand jury comprised exclusively of defense attorneys would hand up a criminal indictment in a New York minute. Now, the name-calling is so bad that just this week, the United States Senate Majority Leader, Reid, said that Republicans are obviously run by a bunch of the crazies. And last week on the Senate floor itself, Reid said Americans with terminal cancer and those with MS who say that they've lost their health care insurance because of Obamacare are all liars.
We heard about the evils of Obamacare, about the lives it's ruining, in Republican stump speeches and in ads paid for by oil magnates, the Koch brothers. But in those tales, turned out to be just that, tales. Stories made up from whole cloth, lies distorted by the Republicans to grab headlines or make political advertisements.
And when a reporter asked a simple question about legislative procedure, Majority Leader Reid told him to get a brain. And you remember when anyone who opposed Obamacare was an arsonist, a terrorist, had a bomb strapped to his chest. My favorite? The words spoken by the President of the United States himself that he would not negotiate with Republicans or anyone who had a gun to the head of the American people. On the other hand, Republicans say Reid runs the Senate like a dictator, specifically Vladimir Putin. And like Putin, compromise just isn't in his vocabulary. Reid's response? I don't care. Well, I've got news for you. You need to care. You work for us, Mr. Reid. But things got particularly heated at a House Oversight hearing this week when, after disgraced IRS official Lois Lerner again refused to talk about the Obama administration's targeting of Tea Party conservatives, the hearing was called to an end by the Republicans. The microphones were turned off as Congressman Cummings continued to speak. And don't forget this dig at Republicans.
But for many of them, I call them legislative arsonists. They're there to burn down what we should be building up.
I don't remember it ever being this bad. They all sound like a bunch of spoiled brats who simply need to grow up.
Come on! We'll take you on right here, right now! Come on! Right now! You ain't good enough to lick the dirt off our cleats. Watch it, jerk. Shut up, idiot! Moron! Scab eater! Butt sniffer! Puss licker!
Hate is so high in Washington these days that Democrats changed the long-standing filibuster rule just for the satisfaction of getting even now. But folks, buckle up. It's only going to get worse. The 2014 elections are right around the corner. But you shouldn't worry. Just be happy. Although you might be stressing about your job, your mortgage, your health care, our president doesn't seem to be bothered. He doesn't even seem to care. He's past it, going on vacation, another vacation, while the Ukraine continues on a downward spiral and Putin begins his reclaiming of the motherland. But no worries, Obama will just leave it to this guy to take care of business.
I want to give President Putin a personal message from me. Mr. Putin, Vladimir, I've never met you. I don't have experience in international diplomacy, but what I do have is a very particular set of skills. Skills that would make me a nightmare for someone like you.
But just in case Liam doesn't take care of business, the president is honing his own skills. If only that were true. As Putin's tanks just keep rolling in, Obama's working on his own rolling. The sad part about all this, folks, is that it's real life. You deserve more than a comedy show. You deserve more than being subjected to angry, harsh, and vituperative rhetoric and the failure of Washington to accomplish anything. Mr. Reid, since you're not compromising these days, I've got a good book for you. Someone from your own party, a giant you could learn a lot from. He knew how to work with everyone to bring people together, and the uniting power of the words us and we. The book's called Master of the Senate, the man, President Lyndon Baines Johnson. And Mr. President, a little reading for you too on what it means to be a leader. Try Ronald Reagan, FDR, Truman. Hell, at this point, I'd even take Jimmy Carter. You know, Washington is the citadel of politics in America. It's even named after one of our founding fathers and the first president. We look to Washington for direction and leadership. It's where every aspect of our society intersects with government. It's always been a place held in high esteem. Our forefathers worked very hard to make it represent what it does today. The Chicago-style gutter politics brought into Washington by Barack Obama and his cronies brings our nation to a level so low that the polling numbers aren't even the worst of it. Our founding fathers are spinning in their graves. And that's my open. Coming up, she keeps pleading the fifth, but her emails don't lie, and we've got them. Congressman Trey Gowdy exposes Lois Lerner and the latest in the IRS targeting scandal. Stay with us.